Welcome in. This is your odds checker betting preview for the match 5. I'm Rick Gehman, that right there, Geoff Fienberg. And Geoff, no PGA Tour action this week, but a couple of big boys are going at it for the 5th edition of the match. What is your overall thoughts on these matches that we get before we jump in?
I personally think they're better with, say, an amateur, like a star quarterback. Even if they want to take down the level of talent in the superstar, A-list sports athlete, or if they want to go into like actual pop culture, they probably have to be like pretty high, B-list, A-list for us to probably care. But it's the amateur element I care about. It's hard to feel much when these guys going at it. They probably missed the boat on the rivalry aspect of it as well. So I don't know that there's must-see TV aspect here, but I will probably be watching, and I'm inclined on a side. So happy to talk about it. Always.
All right. Well, yeah, I think these are better than nothing, because the alternative is we get nothing the day after American Thanksgiving on Friday. So I guess a little Bryson v. Brooks is just fine by me. And Geoff, this is actually the first time that they've cut this to just 12 holes. Normally we get 18 holes of, match play. Sometimes when we had the amateurs, it was modified alternate shot. Sometimes they'll throw in late, a single club challenge, something like that. But this is only 12 holes at the Wynn. Does that impact kind of the way that you might start handicapping this, knowing it's only 12 holes?
No, I don't think that changes much of anything. And honestly, Rick, I gotta be honest. Full disclosure, I think you are informing me of that. I didn't.
I just told you. So, I just told you right now.
Yeah, on the fly. Yeah, I don't. That doesn't change how I plan on betting it, though.
All right, fair enough. The Wynn Golf Club, I played this a couple of weeks ago, Geoff. It's tree lined. It is, honestly, you'd rather be way far off the tee than just a little bit far off the tee. I think there's a couple of really good opportunities for match play. And Fazio redesigned this just 2 years ago. And you don't always get there's 6 par 3s out there, Geoff. There's 6 par 3s, 4 par 5s, which leaves us with 8 par 4s. Obviously, they're not going to use all of those, but they can be pretty creative with a couple of short par 4s, things that, tend to lend themselves better to match play, right? Short par 4s, par 3s, that's match play action.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure the routing and the courses that they've left are the enticing, are the entertaining match play holes. So that doesn't surprise me one bit. I bet you we'll have drivable holes, and we'll have fun par 5s, and we'll probably have the par 3s with the hazards. But I know nothing about this course, so it's interesting to hear your take on it.
Yeah, well, let me show you this, because this is kind of interesting. Most books are just saying minus 110 aside. Take your pick. They're probably not expecting a super huge handle for this. So I've got the odds checker grid up. FanDuel has Bryson and Brooks both at minus 112. BetMGM has them both at minus 110. So there's really not a value side to this, Geoff, if you want to look at it like that. Which side are you inclined to lay your bucks down on?
Very random TV events in golf. I've been quite fortunate or lucky in these contests to be on the right side of them so far, Rick. And I'm going to go to the well with probably multiple units on Bryson DeChambeau. Hard to make a case for Brooks at this moment. Brooks wins majors. He'll just like scoff this off as exactly what it is. The same way he's probably scoffs off a miscut in one of these fall season events. There were obviously well-documented rumors of an equipment change, probably happening at this exact moment. So yeah, I don't know. All things go for Bryson, who probably takes something as corny as this way too seriously. Like Brooks would probably rather beat Portnoy when they finally play with their rules than this, whatever this is.
I'm with you. Bryson takes everything too seriously. It's funny because we have not seen Bryson play a PGA Tour event since the Tour Championship. He did not tee it up once in the fall, which I think is a little bit jarring because we see him all the time. He's at the long drive. He's on YouTube. He's making, it feels like he's been around, but he hasn't played since the Tour Championship. And he takes everything too seriously. He is going to prepare for this like it is Augusta National. He is going to try to be the one who comes out victorious. He has the match experience. He played in that Aaron Rodgers version of this match with Phil Mickelson. And who was the last one? Peyton Manning? Is that
yeah, it was Rodgers and Manning, I believe. I know they're all a blur. They all kind of blur together at this moment in time, Rick. And yeah, you piggyback on the stuff I said. I totally agree. And Bryson, while he hasn't played competitively in a while, unlike Brooks, we know Brooks has been playing competitively and not well. I'm not even using that as a slight. That being said, we know Bryson is the ultimate like worker grinder. He's way shorter vacations than like Brooks Koepka, I would feel, was taking if you told me Brooks hadn't played competitively in a couple months. Bryson doesn't have a life. He'd probably just been practicing playing nonstop other than tweaking stuff for the long drive. So yeah, I'm not overly concerned because his life is practicing. Unlike Brooks, who, you know, sometimes has to admit he needs to practice because it's not working well.
The fourth player in that match that we were referring to was Tom Brady, not Peyton Manning. So it was Brady, Rodgers, Mickelson, and Bryson. How did we forget? How did we skip that one?
That's really actually embarrassing because Brady's, you know, the greatest ever. But at this point, I guess that kind of shows how they kind of all blur together. Once you've seen one, you kind of seen them all, and they missed the boat on this. And I bet you, like, Brooks is smart enough, Rick, to probably have one of those, like, late-night talk show guys, staffers, write him some jokes. Well, Bryson is smart enough to literally just use his own jokes that will just come off as, like, whoa, like, we'll have to rewind to hear them again.
Yeah, I cannot wait for the corny Bryson jokes that give us the crickets. Like it's so good. You know, I do think it is interesting. Match play in general, like Bryson's style of volatility, which is, you know, maybe I'll drive a green and have an eagle putt, maybe I'll fill it up with birdies, and maybe I'll make some bogeys. That's generally pretty good in match play. I just don't see a scenario in which I cannot bet Bryson DeChambeau here.
Yeah, especially at a pick'em. I've been kind of following it and thought maybe with, you know, Bryson's missed cuts that people would pay attention. But, you know, I'm sure there's so little action. And if you tried to bet it super hard, your book would probably limit you because it's probably just like sort of like an exhibition type limits on probably most books. But yeah, I don't even know what the case could be for me to bet Brooks right now. As you said, Bryson can make a triple bogey doing something crazy. It doesn't matter. Just do it every hole. We're gonna win. Sort of like that fourth and short philosophy with football coaches. I'll probably end up on that note, Rick. Like I'll probably end up tagging it to a football bet, probably from Thursday, just as a parlay or a way to finish off a fun way on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's actually quite interesting. You know, if we were to try to revive this, Geoff, for the match 6, who could we inject into this thing that would move the needle for you?
I like, see, I'm such a dud because guys like me and you, Rick, I'm not calling you a dud, but we watch anything. Like anyone could be playing anybody on Sunday and we're watching it. So I know, like, it'd probably be easy to say a Harry Higgs or something, but I don't know. Morikawa versus Hovland. That is sort of it. Sort of like that was one of the top things I would have was looking forward to at the Ryder Cup, and here we are again.
Okay, yeah, I don't know if I can top that. Yeah, that would be very good if you want to extend it out to a foursome. I'd throw all the Get me Colin, Xander, Victor, and Matthew Wolff in some type of four ball, and I will just watch the hell out of that. That could be cool. But yeah, I don't know if I could beat it unless you were just going to do Patrick Reed could cause chaos in something like this. We could just throw Patrick Reed into this.
Reed versus Spieth. that would be do something cool with their wives having to caddy. Like, sure. Maybe that could do it. Again, I'm all for the amateur element of these, though. Like,
yeah.
I feel like it's losing something without the possibility of a true shank.
Yeah, it's true. Mahomes, does he play golf? Does he play? Okay?
Yeah, I think they're all. Yeah, he plays. He definitely plays. I remember he was at the Lake Tahoe event. I bet you there's a handful. Well, I don't know if they're clamoring. Golf is one of those things. You got to have a lot of pride and confidence to want to put your golf game on TV, or you have you must be so successful in some other discipline that you could just like scoff being so bad on national television.
Right. I love it. All right. Well, those are our nominees for the match 6. This, though, the match 5, Bryson versus Brooks, the day after Thanksgiving at the Wynn in Las Vegas, a 12-hole match play heavyweight battle. You can check the odds checker grid for the up-to-date odds. Most places -110 on both sides. And you can follow Geoff on Twitter at GFienberg17, and you can follow me at RickRunGood. This has been your odds checker preview. Good luck.